Good afternoon. I'm here with Jodie Dietz, candidate for Blue Valley School Board. On behalf of the Johnson County Public Policy Council, thank you for being here today. The Johnson County Public Policy Council is made up of 10 chambers of commerce in Johnson County. Our goal is to provide information about public policy issues impacting area businesses. Jodie, are you ready to get started?
I am, and thank you for asking me to be part of this.
Well, you're welcome. As a candidate, what are your top 3 policy issues?
Well, probably the most important would be to protect the well-being and mental health of our students. We're at a really interesting time right now where I think we really need to focus on that aspect. My history in corrections, I used to be a probation officer here in Johnson County, and I have a lot of experience in dealing with people with mental health and substance abuse issues. So I think that would be the number one thing I would take a look at. The second thing would be advocate for our schools throughout our community and throughout the state. It's so important to make for sure that our school districts receive adequate funding to be able to do the kind of projects they need to do. So that would only benefit our students as well as our staff. Thirdly, would be to support individualized learning plans. I think we need to meet each child where they're at educationally and help them flourish.
Okay. The Kansas Supreme Court recently ruled the current school funding formula is both equitable and adequate. However, the court retained jurisdiction over the case to assure the funding is maintained. Briefly, what are your thoughts on the new formula and the additional dollars that have been added to the K-12 school funding formula?
Right. I think we're headed in the right direction. We definitely need to be cognizant of cost of living issues and other situations that the school is asked to provide support for but that may not be funded for. So, like I said, I think we're definitely headed in the right direction. Something that's, super important to remember is that you can tell what a community feels is important when you look at what they invest their resources in. So I think we need to keep that in mind.
The recent ruling by the court also said the funding formula and related funding are constitutional, but I think it's also likely the legislature will look closely at accountability measures for student performance. Please talk about the accountability measures you support and that you believe are reflective of student achievement.
Right. We have used, over the years, we've used many different tools, such as everybody's familiar with MAP testing or AP testing, some standardized tools to figure out where we stack up throughout the country. So I'm definitely in favor of continuing that, but I think we also need to take a look at adding some tools that maybe support or address the social and emotional aspect of students. So I would be for looking at some of those other options too.
Kansas is experiencing all-time low unemployment rates, and employers are struggling to find qualified workers, especially in the technical and skilled trades. How do you see the Blue Valley School District helping to meet our business community's future workforce needs through technical education and training?
Right. So I just want to say this is an exciting time to be a Blue Valley student. The administration and staff we have are looking at different ways to address these issues within our community. One project I'm super excited about is a partnership with Johnson County Community College and our Overland Park Fire Department in a fire science degree, earning one of those. So as soon as one of our students graduates in May, they would actually be certified and ready to roll as a firefighter here in Johnson County and would be, hireable. So I think that's exciting. So I think there's a lot of different options that we can take a look at. Here in Blue Valley, we've had the CAPS program for a number of years, and that's been incredibly successful, and I think that there are so many more doorways we can open with this CAPS program and other partnerships like we have with JUCO and OP Fire Department.
And other than funding, what do you see as the greatest challenge facing the district?
Right. So I think the social, emotional well-being of our kids is really the most important thing we really need to take a look at right now. Our kids are facing so many different issues which affect mental health, which in turn affect our learning opportunities.
Okay. Well, as we wrap up here, tell us why you're seeking public office.
Right? Well, I am a mom of Blue Valley kids. I have invested my interest in this community. I want our district to be the best it can be for all of our kids. Great schools don't just happen. It takes a lot of work from many different areas like our local businesses, our local government, and our schools to build a successful community. So all of these different pieces are equally important, and that's what makes a community strong.
Well, Jodie, thanks for joining us today, and we wish you the best of luck with the election.
Thank you so much.